Hey, what's up everybody? So we just finished doing our sled work, or our, what we call outside stuff. I'm gonna use those videos added to this video at the end, talking about what we're focusing on when we do each variation. So a big concept that we apply is it's not what you do, it's how you do it or why you do it, right? It's super important because a lot of people are waiting for that next best exercise. You know, it's the promise of like, if you do these face pulls with the band, you're gonna fix your shoulder. If you do, you know, a lot of people are sending me, oh, backward sled walking, you guys do that, right? Are you following this protocol? Doing the backward sled walk is gonna fix my knee, right? It's not. Why? Because it's not the exercise. Take something as functional, it's the label functional, as a squat or a push-up. So if you think about it, people are like, the squat's the, you know, ultimate exercise. The back squat's like the king of the lifts. And then same thing with push-ups, everyone does it. It's like the best body weight movement you can do. It's not the exercise. We gotta stop thinking like that. If you do a push-up, and I'll demonstrate it here, how can you say if it's good or bad if you don't even factor in how to do the push-up properly? So you could get really strong and do a lot of push-ups like this, wherever you put your elbows, but can you tell that my trap is doing all the work? Can you see how my neck is getting more and more in balance? What's not even working is my pec or lat. So is the push-up good for you? Is backwards sled walking good for you, or just backwards walking in general? It can be, but you have to make sure you're doing it right. So that's what really, that's kind of the pet peeve. If people are telling you to do an exercise and there's no context on assessing what's not working or how to do that exercise with the right muscles, then it's kind of negligent in my opinion. So I wouldn't tell people to go push and pull sleds and do carries. When they come in, it's what are we trying to focus on? What is the application that we're looking for? So if you have knee pain from a lot of walking, running, squatting, whatever you do standing at work, we're gonna use the sled stuff outside to address those issues. And it's a safer way to train because there's not a lot of weight on your body. Kind of like if you had a barbell on your back, that's a lot of stress on the knees and the back because there's weight on the whole system. We like the outside stuff is when you pull on a sled, push on a sled, when your body and those muscles get fatigued, then there's nothing on your spine or joints. So again, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's why you do it. That's our main focus. And it really helps when you look at any movement that way. It helps you filter and changes your mindset that you're not waiting for the next best exercise or best technique, because there's no such thing. Because you could do any exercise or any technique where you're fixing a problem or you're making it worse. So in the video, there's a couple different options Dan, Chris, and Robot and myself were doing. And so I'm gonna do a voiceover and show you that what we're trying to fix with each option. So we're not just out there moving mindlessly for a mile. A lot of people see, you know, people online starting to do more mile carries or pushes, or how sandbags and sandbag carries were real popular yoke work. It's not just doing more of that stuff. That's the wrong mindset. It's not doing more rope pulls the wrong way. You're trying to figure out what your body needs, what exercise or movement pattern you're trying to fix, and then use those drills to fix that specifically. Don't just sled push pull, rope pull, sandbag carry, backward sled walk, banded work for the upper body. Don't just do them expecting that's gonna fix something. It will not. So that's what we found. We spent a lot of wasted hours and years trying to just run our head in the wall, following the next best stretch or mobility exercise or corrective exercise. So check it out. If you guys have questions, let me know. But yeah, keep training with the mindset of why are you doing this exercise and how does this actually fix my knees, my lower back. All right, so this variation, we like it because it opens up the upper back, the T-spine. Robot here has a hard time, if you look, even his upper back's really stuck in that rounded position, he's trying to open up the T-spine while engaging the lats, right? So not putting it into his lower back, which is the issue that he has. So time under tension is key. That's why we like this. And it pairs up keeping that tension like what Dang's doing. She's really focusing on her weak side here. And the goal is to get into that T-spine extension or lats are on, and then still being able to drive through the legs while maintaining it. So it's not just pulling for the sake of pulling it. They're trying not to lose the lats, even though it's a lower body sled drive. So here, focusing on predominantly the glutes, trying real hard to not the feet to turn out, the toes to turn out. Every single rep, their goal is to really engage the glute before, there you go, see robot trying to activate it, making sure he's dealing with some like plantar or foot issue, but that's how you start to address it. So making sure that his heels don't come down and he's not walking flat-footed, really activated the glute. So that's what he's focusing on. So it's intentional. He's not just pushing the sled to get the reps in, to get the burn. He's flexing glute every single time, not letting the heels drop. You see how straight his toes are? So that's the idea, is just trying to fix the problem at its root cause. So Chris here, he's adding the Pec Stick, right? And you could use a dumbbell slam ball. It's from here, he started with just Pec, but I reminded him to open up the lat a little. So he's trying to pull through the lat and Pec, and then every single time he kicks, he's really just focusing on the knee extension with his VMO. But then once his Pec gives out, he's going to allow his body to reset and re-engage it, because it's not about just suffering through it. Once you lose the Pec and it goes into the trap, what's the point? Take a break and then maybe get the Pec and lat to turn on again. So there's a new variation that we really love, really jiu-jitsu specific, but it also allows us to get the benefits from learning how to breathe through the diaphragm and getting the lats to set. Because the ball's resting on the chest, it really makes it hard to chest breathe, right? This naturally puts us into more, if you hold a slam ball that high or a sandbag, you'll feel it. The pressure makes it very difficult to just hold that position. Like you can't breathe, your chest is collapsing. And then you're forced to learn how to breathe through the diaphragm. So that's kind of the goal. And then I just stuck to this for the full mile today. It's very challenging. And if you see, I'm switching my grip every time to train different types of grip for jiu-jitsu. Open hand, gable grip, S grip. But now, not just holding in this high position, I'm really, if you see, anchoring down in my lat and my pec. So I'm not just holding all this weight where I'm shrugged up. You guys see that? So I'm not just walking, toughing it out. I'm trying not to shrug while I'm holding that slam ball. So from here, it looks like I'm doing an S grip. Same idea, practicing the breathing that I just learned recently through Miles from Breath Fitness, and then switching to gable grip, trying to keep my lat on, trying to breathe with the new technique. I hope you guys enjoyed that breakdown. Again, that's the whole purpose of these YouTube videos, is that we are trying to teach the process, right? We're sharing the journey. We're not trying to like hide any secrets. We're not trying to just show those clickbait 3-second hacks or 3 movement hacks to fix anything. There's no real hack to it. You just got to put in the work. So try it out when you guys are doing any exercise that's promised to fix something or to improve something. Ask the question, how, why? How is this going to fix my knee? How's it going to fix my back? And then you got to test drive it. So you have to be skeptical but optimistic at the same time, because you have to always question everything. It's one of our taglines. Don't believe what you see or hear or what you're told. Don't believe anything you see here. You got to try it for yourself. And then if you test it out and it gives you a better feedback, you're in the right direction. If someone's telling you got to wait 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, keep doing these stretches or mobility, it'll fix it, it's probably a red flag.